We're back to race 103, the small boat Junior A, Young Dragons, mixed 500 metres. We're only a few moments to go before the race gets underway, and we are heading, as I said earlier, towards that our first grand final of the day, which is only a couple more heats to go, rounds to go, and then we will be at a grand final, which will be the small boat Premier Mixed. But right now, it is small boat Junior A, Young Dragons, mixed 500 with Australia in lane 2, Thailand in lane 3, and Trinidad and Tobago in lane 4. And this is round 3, race 103 on your schedules. Murray?
Yeah, these youngsters under 18, can you imagine popping into a great big long car and trying to get the nose exactly in a parking spot? That's what they've got there now. Right, their attention. And they're off.
They were leaning over. Did you see that?
Yeah.
The helms in the juniors, are they junior helms as
well?
Yes.
I don't think they have to be, but they generally are.
Yes.
And of course, they're trying to get as much experience as they can so they can have a go at being in the F1 team before too long.
Yep. Anyway, these
adding the times of these races, don't forget, and subtracting the slowest one that they produced. Trinidad and Tobago, they're showing up well. They've got very, very strong support in the country in Trinidad and Tobago for their dragon boats. They've taken to it very, very quickly.
These are the competitors I like seeing on the podiums when they medal, because they're so full of smiles and joy at what they've achieved at such a young age. It's going to carry them in such a good way into the future as an adult.
Fancy being a world champion, yes.
Yeah.
Now, looks like Australia, Thailand, and Trinidad and Tobago in that order at the moment.
Cyprus and.
I wonder if Thailand's got some sort of trick up their sleeves. Produce an extra fast run.
Turbo button better come on soon. This is Poland on the back of this.
Poland, not Thailand.
So that's
well spotted. So some of them don't quite look sun-tanned enough to be Thai. They're giving the Australians a hard time. They can hear them outside now. They're coming up. You'll see the finishing line any moment. They come beating their drum.
Do you know? Look at that Poland. I think they have got something in there. Oh no!
Australia, Poland, yes.
There's a great sight. Trinidad and Tobago. A developing team in the family of the IDBF, still crossing the line and enjoying every minute of their paddle. But Australia will be happy with that. They go through into the next round. Is it semis after this for that?
No, that's their last race of the day.
Oh, is it?
Now they've got to extract their fastest two times to produce a result.
Right.
But the printed program has got Thailand, and we suddenly found there's Poland.
Here's the start. Australia, a lot more power going into their start than the other two teams.
There we are, Polska. Well done, all these youngsters, going up into a foreign country and representing your own country. I know when I went off somewhere with a team and we were representing Great Britain, and you pull on the national shirt and you go up a couple of sizes in your chest. It's bravado. I'm representing my country and I'm going to do my best.
Absolutely.
And they're happy with that.
They're very happy. And there is the result. Australia 2 minutes 18.3. Poland in second place, 2 minutes 18.7, and Trinidad and Tobago, 2 minutes 27.7. So that was race 103, small boat junior A, Young Dragons mixed. We have one more race to come, which is the small boat senior A mixed. Then after that, the small boat junior B, Teen Dragons mixed, and that brings us through to the first grand final of the day, which I'm really looking forward to, which will be the small boat Premier mixed. I'm wondering, I think we've just got the instruction, Murray, that we may have food on the way.
Golly, food, glorious food. Please, sir, can I have some more?
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 You want more, sir?
Oh, gosh. I'm a growing lad.
Well, you'll have to do some tricks for that.
Yeah.
Can you swing on that beam like Phil Keeler does in the studio? Oh, yeah.
Well, we've got just 3 boats coming up in the next one.
Okay.
In round 3, the senior A, that's the over 40s. Italy, Cyprus and Russia come and do business. Oh, Italy have probably dislodged their dragon head now.
Is he going in? Well recovered. Well recovered.
I was lucky. But it's hinged into a slot. If he went any further, he would have nudged it out of that slot, and that would have had the dragon's head in the water. And that doesn't help because the front of the boat, as you can see there, the bow of the boat is below the level of that starting block. They're having to draw the boat. They've come in a little bit off centre. The boat reacts to movement within the boat much more than the standard boat. All right, let's now see how this looks like Thailand, doesn't it, to you?
I think yes.
Cyprus, right? Sorry, Cyprus in the middle there. Italy, Cyprus, Russia.
Sorry, yeah. Italy, Cyprus, Russia.
There's a great big canoeing centre where they base their dragon boats.
Lovely island, of course. Ever been, Murray?
A few times,
there
yes.
We go.
They're not burying the paddles too deeply. They've got to get those right into the water. I tell people that the hand at the bottom there should be a hand's width above the shoulder of the paddle, to make sure you see those paddles there only doing half to 3/4 in the water, and that's where they're losing a bit of energy to push that boat forward, and it shows. There you can see the Russians and Italians going ahead of them. Of course, this is the one where the Italians went skew with. They're not in the centre of their lane. And I think the umpire there should be behind the Italians, so guide them back to the centre of their lane. I mean, they've got plenty of space in there. And the umpires want to be able to put them right when they go sort of off at a tangent.
Of course, when we get to the 200 metre racing, I think we might have the added advantage of our camera on a wire, which will be able to follow the teams all the way down the course from the side. So we will be able to get some exact understanding of team positions all the way down the course. But right now, I'm guessing that Russia might be taking Italy. No, I think Italy's taking Russia.
I think Russia probably got a length on the Italians, but they certainly upped their rate since previous races.
Should we bet a tenner on this one then, or?
I don't think I will. Well, a tenner on the local money.
Yeah.
See the finish line? It's Russia.
It's 330 or 340 odd to the pound.
Okay, Murray, I think you're going to win your 1,000 forints.
Here we go. There's the finish line.
There's the finish line.
Russia, Italy, and along come. They're still trying hard. And Cyprus. With the right coaching, they'll be all right.
The thing is when you're a new developing team, it's great to see what distance you'll need to make up in order to become more competitive. So you shouldn't be disheartened by this at all. It's your first experience of international competition, and you can see that maybe a Dragon's boat more, and you're going to be in amongst the mix. So that's something to aim for, a positive target in the future.
That's right. We saw the white flag from the umpires to say that they've got nothing to report to the chief official. And they zoom up the back water there to get themselves into position for the next but one race. Now you see that whoosh. It really buried that paddle, not being fully buried by the guy on the right. But there they're digging right in.
Look, Russia are helping us by putting their name on their T-shirts.
Oh yes, and the Italians on their
and
shoulder.
The Italians are doing it. They must have listened to us yesterday.
It's very stylish, isn't it, though?
Yeah, and Cyprus, look.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
And I think that if the hand is just that fraction higher
and look,
on the blade.
He's not got his... Oops.
There we go, half a length, 3/4 of a length. And over they go.
There we go.
There's the result.
There's the results. Russia first, 2 minutes 20.2. Italy, 2:22.0. And Cyprus in third place, 2:31.2. We are one race away from a grand final. Our next race is the round 3 small boat junior B Teen Dragons mixed 500 meters, and then we will be into a grand final, and the grand final is the small boat Premier Mixed, which will follow this race. Look how young these guys are, yet they know how to paddle. They know how to take that boat as fast as they possibly can down the water. And if you're watching this for the very first time and you fancy a go, put Dragon Boat into your search engine on the internet, and wherever you are in the country, whichever country you are, it's going to come up with your local clubs. If not, you can go to the IDBF site and maybe get some inkling of sites, clubs in your country, maybe, or approach the country.
I think there are some email addresses of members of national federations. Something I haven't seen yet today is the experienced helms. When they're on certainly longer distance races, when the boat is running true, they don't need to leave the paddle in the water. They press the handle down and the paddle comes out of the water until they need to make a slight adjustment. But that just cuts that very slight amount of friction against the water, or drag, and that will give you a second or two. No real point if you're going to be last every time, and I've noticed that in other sports. Something of sailing, people will buy all kinds of widgets and things, and they will get them from 31st to 30th rather than the difference between first and second. That's a nice sight.
We've got some lovely people carrying some lovely looking lunches.
Yeah.
So, but before lunch we have a job to do, and that job is to watch a grand final, hopefully. Oh look, the Australian boat is having to realign. But please, if you are watching this and it really has captured your hearts and you fancy a go, you don't have to be a super fit athlete to start in dragon boating. You work your way up. It's a series of progressions and steps. So you can start at a beginner's level. Maybe you've not done much exercise for a while, and you can get in the boat and you can paddle just within the boundaries of your own abilities starting off. And as you get a little fitter and your breathing gets together and your technique starts to come together, you can determine how far you take the sport. Some people get the bug so much that they end up at internationals and they've all just come to attention, and you might be one of these people in a few years' time. So here we go, Murray.
There they go, Canada on the near side, Hungary in the middle, Australia on the far side. And there are the Hungarians on their start. Changing the rate slightly now. Yes, that's right, there they go. The umpire in the background looking carefully. Oh, he's seen something in the other lane. He's going across to see what's wrong. There's the other crew. It's not quite in the middle of the lane, and the umpire just seeing as they're going to wander off a bit. And that's Canada that they're behind now. Junior B, that's the older teams, the 19s. And Australia are leading away against Canada and Hungary.
Australia are one of the most consistent teams, well, in performances, but also in their attire, because they seem to be one of the teams who wear the most hats. So if there was a World Championships for hat wearing, cap wearing, they wear them. Maybe it's something to do with if you're in a hot country all the time, you're just so used to wearing them to protect you from the sun.
Since Australia, Canada.
Yeah, there's an interesting dragon boat race on a dry riverbed where the paddlers actually wear cardboard cutouts, and that makes a dragon boat, and they run down the river.
Is that an IDBF regulation boat then, is it? Or?
Well, it's not. No, they haven't come out of the IDBF yet, but they've got their own local rules.
Maybe we could start one off, a cardboard sort of cutout dragon boat World Championships.
Like a friend of mine once had a T-shirt, the Gobi Desert Canoe Club. Miles from any bit of water. Anyway, the serious business. We are getting close to the end of this race. I think Australia have got the better of Canada in this one. Wait for the camera angle. They're looking out. And that seems to be Australia, Canada. About a third of a length.
There was some serious squealing going on outside, and I hope that wasn't
here comes Hungary.
anything too serious. So,
another race.
Marshal show the white flag. Race over.
So
that's round 3, small boat junior B, mixed 500. We'll give you the results shortly.
Yeah, as the computer then will find out which timings they're going to put into the pot. Now we need a progression chart. We need to start getting up to date with riders and runners for the next few races. We don't have that. We are ahead of time. That last race was nearly 10 minutes ahead of time.
We do have it, Murray. I'm sorry, I haven't shared that with you yet, but
it was hidden around the corner.
I've been hiding it.
Has this been replicated?
No, but you can have that copy, and I will sit closer to you so that we can see it together.
I wonder, we're going to see Romania, Thailand, Taipei, Serbia, Switzerland. A lovely mix of countries.
So Australia just nicking that at the end. Look at them celebrating. It's a round, but they're happy to get through that round because it means they can move on to the next stage in this competition.
Yeah, they've done their paddling now.
All right.
They've done their paddling now. That's the third round.
Ah, sorry. Oh, and there it is. There's the result. Australia 2 minutes 17.6. Canada 2 minutes 18.8. Hungary 2 minutes 28.1.